some. I should probably stop saying that before we get copyrighted. Yo. What up, everybody? I'm doing all right, man. How you doing? How the fuck you doing, man? That's what I like to hear. You know, it's a good Monday. We had a barbecue yesterday. No, I'm playing. We don't do barbecue. We don't do meat around here. When it comes to women, no beef. Nah, man, but how y'all boys doing, man? That's why I like it. TV every night, first round.
About time, bro. This shit was getting crazy.
TV every night. And I personally like the first round because of the simple fact that you get TV every night. The later it gets, it starts to I mean, the quality isn't as much there because there's a few teams I feel, even though I'm a Heat, I'm a Heat fan, but I don't feel like a team like that really should be in that mix. I was just.
It's not about. It's about who played to get there, right? It's not about if niggas really wanted to make the playoffs, though, they would have worked hard enough. or that play-in shit would have been, you know what I'm saying? But.
Well, let's be real.
Trae Young definitely mad about the plan. He pissed about that shit.
Yeah. But that's like the only team that got affected. Everything else, nothing moved.
What do you mean?
On the West Coast, nothing really moved. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it was supposed to be where it was supposed to be on the West Side, Warriors would have been where they were supposed to be at.
In Memphis.
Memphis would have been where they're supposed to be at. So on the West Side, they just wasted energy. Technically, it was great games, though. It was great for us, but like the result still was the same as far as the West Side. Now the East Side, with the 10th seed actually getting into the playoffs, that's where it actually is starting to be a little bit of effective. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
He got a great though. Like he did what he was supposed to do during the 82 games. Richie. He did what he was supposed to do during the 82 games, so I feel him on that. That shit don't make no sense.
It was like, oh, we did all this work all season. We got 82 to figure this shit out. But I do like to play in as far as people playing harder at the end of the year. It looked like your theory was the Warriors were posturing, right?
What happened?
Your theory was the Warriors were posturing for just to get
positioning themselves.
And that's to me, that's a dangerous move, though. Yeah, that is. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure y'all can hear that still. You know what I'm saying? Put that right here. So y'all can
that was kind of crazy.
Just need you to know.
That was a little. Crazy. Did you add the draft? You add the draft sound?
Nah. I actually got to redo all the sounds. It ended up resetting, so we could start from anew.
All right, put some cool sounds.
I just did the clap. This so far, I think I got that. That's all I got so far. We got it's a complete rebuild of the sounds.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah. Trust me. I thought
crazy.
You know what? I'll tell you the technical difficulty. Like what happened with this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you could save a different podcast and have under a different podcast name and have different podcasts, so you have different settings on the board. So I was like, okay, I'll have ours, and then I'm about to make a new one. And I was like, no, you're erasing the whole inception. But the way they worded it, it wasn't that. But I do remember most of the sounds that I got that we have, but it's still good. We've been using those sounds for about at least 6 months to about a year now.
Yeah.
So it's okay. It's good to refresh those sounds and give some people some new stuff. You know what I mean?
But back to saying about the Warriors, though, they put themselves in a spot where.
Yeah. So what Mark's theory was he thought it was like, all right, we can play well at the end of the season, and if we play too well, we're going to be in a spot where we have to play one of the tougher teams. We may have to face the Clippers now or the Nuggets if we're in that position. But since we're in the play-in, we get the Thunder or the Rockets. Rockets being that they're not really proven yet was probably the better choice. I mean,
Rockets getting ran through. Pause.
Yeah, fact. That's a fact, though. I think so, and I'm just looking at it like obviously you see what the Thunder are doing, and I've been talking about it like most of the year that
I'm not gonna lie, that game was disgusting, though. That game was disgusting. 51 points, it's nasty, though. Like you didn't even try, and Shai and Shea didn't even give you a 30 piece.
Dog, them boys came out like Joe Jackson and motherfucking out, and Memphis Grizzly was like Little Michael running under the bed.
Yeah.
That was straight belt to ass situation from the top to the bottom, boy. Rooted to the tutor, boy. I'm telling you, like it was bad.
Nah, 51 points is bad though. You can't.
Listen, I was watching the first quarter and they were up by like 20 plus. I think I hollered at Mark real quick, like, yeah, it's like up by 20. And once you start going up by 20, I start to kind of tune out a little bit. I might check out a whole nother video, but I'm gonna keep checking the score. Then I tune back in. 40 points. Then it was like 101 to 55 at like half. And I was like, oh, this is over. There's no way you can come back from that.
You got niggas hitting threes that don't normally hit threes.
That's my point exactly, dog.
Crazy too. I'm
like what is that?
Ain't no way in the world. But I mean, I get it, right? But not when you get paid this amount of money. This amount of money, bro. Like, ain't no way in the world playoff game should be bad like that. That's crazy.
No, I agree, man.
I mean, regular season game, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But the playoff game, where niggas or fans come to spend they fucking 20, at least 10 bands on the ticket, right?
Like
NBA.
Yeah. Well, you still get some decent tickets, but let's just say if you're an okay team, right?
No, the court side niggas. That's
10 court, yeah, that's 10 bands. That's 10 bands.
So you paying 10
that's 10 bands
for your team to get
and
by 50. That's
and not to mention, right? If you're, obviously you're a parent, so if you decided to go pick up some tickets, you're gonna pick up at least 2 extra, possibly a 3 extra piece and do the full suite. You know what I'm saying? So that's 4 tickets right there at, let's say, the markup at the 300 section, because that's where most families, if they're going up there, the most they're gonna really do as a family, on an average American, gonna go up to about 300. Your 300 seats, where you still see everything, you still see the names on the jersey, you still feel like you in a part of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's just say all those tickets are about marked up about an extra $100, $150. Now times that by 3 or 4. It gets treacherous, dog. Like it gets real treacherous out there. So
I mean, you didn't get to the food.
You didn't even get to the food yet. This is why I gotta rate the Suns about what they did and that owner. Even though Stephen A. Yeah, even though Stephen A. Smith said he might be the worst owner.
What did he do?
He lowered all his food prices to like normal standard, like low prices. It might be like $5.10, max $15 for like a good meal. You can get hot dogs for like $2.50 to $5. Like
shit, the white people don't play at their events. They still got the same price from when the events start, and most of them, like the big events, like Kentucky Derby, all of them like mint juleps and shit. You see people be drinking them shits be like $1.
That's what I'm saying. Like
when you go, when you go to fucking Masters, like their sandwiches be like $1.50, $2.50. Like their drinks be like $2. Like it's the same price as it was when it first started, like 80 years ago or whatever.
So how they make their money? Is off the tickets?
No, I mean
it's the Masters, dog. Like,
well, no,
it's at a super rich country club. Like,
now
put on that event, I'm sure ticket prices are nuts.
I'll say this: the ticket prices are up there, but I think what the best part about that is that you're not gonna get niggas like, hey, we're gonna go eat before the game or after the game. We're gonna go out and eat. So we don't need to do that. We can buy the food right there. You know what I'm saying? So now you bring in everybody instead of cutting out. Because I do that too. I don't really eat at the spot.
You know what you have to do to be in some in a lot of country clubs, even in some communities like in Boca, where they have the big golf courses and they have like the communities around it. Like, bro, you have to give them access to your bank account. You got to have like at least a certain amount of money in there, because at any time they could draw out 50 bands if they want to. Like a lot of these places is crazy, bro. Like you got to have bread. Like to be in country clubs, like if they need to do shit, they'll just take 10 bands out of your account real quick. No questions asked.
They putting it back or
no?
No, it's usually a part of your fees and shit like that. Anyways,
No, you got your fees, but then like
they may ask for a
when
donation.
we were buying our house, we saw there was like some places with golf, like it was like country club places and shit like that. And we were looking into it, and like this one in Boca, like you had to move there, you had to get them 50 bands off rip to be a part of the country club.
Mm.
And then they're able to go in your bank account and withdraw whatever amount they need for like special assessments and shit like that. Like if something happens, they need to redevelop somewhere, like they can draw out whatever amount of money they want.
Right. The only positive thing about, I mean, obviously clubs are clubs, so you're gonna get advantages and disadvantages. That's obviously the finance part is a disadvantage.
I need to be getting
but if you strike in, $500,000 deals, $1 million deals out there and meeting people that you are actively doing that with.
Fuck that, man. You take the 10 bands out my account, nigga.
That's why. That's why.
That's why these niggas be going hard. Like they go
the floor, bro. Like these golfers, dog. Like I think some of them got to pay for their country club shit. Like, and they got like access to all of these country clubs. That shit costs bread, bro.
You want the membership?
Yeah, that shit costs bread to just go play golf at fucking Pebble Beach or go play golf here or go play
you got to think too, just the maintenance of the green and the fairways and all that
lawn is like
dog
shit, dog.
That is some serious. Think about it, dog. It's acres upon acres. Like,
you know how much they developed that,
and they got to keep that shit green.
You know how much they developed, bro, to like keep the water run. Like,
you got
some of these streams and sprinklers and fucking niggas that fill in divots and all types of stuff, bro.
The
people, niggas walking with fertilizer.
Groundskeepers there probably damn near 12 hours a day.
You imagine riding on a lawnmower, cutting that shit.
Yeah, because look,
that shit is crazy.
Them boys
got imagine. So to have the grass,
they got to be out there like twice a week,
certain length, so that they can play golf 7 days a week or 6 days a week or however many days a week they're open, bro. Like you got to cut that grass like 3 times a week.
Yeah, at least 2 to 3, depending on what type of year. Because in the winter, it slows down on the growing. Summertime, boy, about 3 times a week, bro. 3 times.
They got to keep that.
I'm gonna give y'all a little.
No, I don't think they play during the winter. I think some of them be close. Like I don't know because I don't have no membership to a country club, but I don't. The golf don't play during the winter.
No. I mean, down here you can.
Down here is different, but I'm saying like,
overall,
PGA don't play
they don't really play in the winter. But I'm just saying that's when the grass slows down, and
they be in other countries. That's right? That's when those Arabia and shit.
That's when those country clubs is like, all right, we can send the groundskeeper home a little bit. Like y'all just need to come out like twice a week. We're not gonna let shit go out of control.
I wonder how much they get paid for that shit.
Groundskeeper is,
and then if I can do a baseball field.
It's probably honestly what they're charging you is probably because now if you got to do it, they ain't gonna charge you like how they charge every house because that price would get stupid ridiculous. But they probably start charging by the acre and certain things like that. Because I did it was an old abandoned country club up in Tallahassee that I worked as like groundskeeping, so I kind of know exactly the schedule of how this shit grows. It was a college job, but yeah, we ironically did an old country club and just like we on the big tractor taking just fields and fields and just bunch of grass, everything, dog. It's a lot. So then you have the people inside working, the chefs, the attendants, the receptionists, all of that, man. The people that have the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
They get, hey, you need extra golf ball, this and that. The gift shop. That's a lot of jobs in there. Yeah, I can understand why it costs a certain amount. And then if you have access to multiple ones,
yeah, that shit gonna cost bread, bro. Like listen, golf just like tennis, man. That's a rich man's sport. You not just like.
I feel like baseball kind of is a little bit too.
The highest paid city for groundkeepers in golf is San Diego at $20 per hour, Phoenix at $18.
That's just the workers.
That's just the workers. Yeah.
Well, there might be a company that they subcontract that to.
No. they be having their own crew, bro. They be having their own crew. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
Even just starting out.
I don't know too many just starting out country clubs. Most of these shits has been around for like 50 to 100 years.
No, I was just thinking, you know, sometimes
you talking about like the community golf courses. That's different. You know, that's state. So depending on how much the state, you know, feels like they need to keep something clean, because I believe Sawgrass is a open golf course.
Okay.
But it's a big golf course, right? Like they have the US Open, like they be having big tournaments at Sawgrass.
No, because here's
so like I'm sure they put a lot of money into that shit.
I know there's by far way different levels that we're talking here, but I used to know a maintenance guy that did like all the YMCA gyms or whatever like that, but he had his own company, but he still did all the YMCA gyms. Like he was still in-house. They damn near looked in-house, but they still were from a different company. So that's why I was wondering if they would do it that way, because it's like, hey, no matter what, this guy has a gang of equipment, everything he needs. It's kind of like how Amazon might do their thing. If something fucks up, hey, it's on his company technically, you know what I'm saying, and not really just on the golf course itself. That you know, you just never know. That's I don't know that part, but shit, $20 an hour. Shit, most likely you're just cutting some grass, doing some edges, and doing that.
For the groundskeeper, you got to maintain everything though. It's not just cutting grass. You got to make sure that everything is right.
Yeah, mulch.
That's why there's multiple. So many of them.
Yeah, it's a lot of them. It's not just one or two.
There's probably some of them that don't cut grass at all.
Yeah.
Probably some of them that just
tend the bushes.
Trim the hedges, and there's probably some of them that just deal with the water. You know what I mean? Like the niggas that rake all the sand traps.
That's a fact. That's a huge fact, though. That's
sand traps you do today. Fuck.
Nah, because you got to think, like in the beginning of the day, them bitches, they're all groomed up with the lines on them.
We got a lot of balls in the pond today. Go put on the rubber overalls and go get all the balls out of the pond.
Nah, you're right though.
Are they real alligators in there, or just?
Yeah, Sawgrass, yeah.
No, there's real alligators in all these shits. They might have.
There's real alligators in Sawgrass for sure.
Once in a while, they might have like a plastic floaty thing just in there, but more times than not.
Bro, there's some of them that are like.
Those are real pelicans. Those
on
are real
nature reserves, like not on nature reserves, but they're like backed into nature reserves and shit like that. Like I remember we were watching. I was watching one golf thing, and there was big ass snake. Big ass snake, and there was one where it was an alligator. Like they showed the alligator on the shit. Like at Sawgrass, there are alligators in that.
That's
water.
For sure. That's a guarantee. I'm pretty sure over at
not playing. Like
what is the thing a little in North Florida? Is that PGA?
Yeah, PGA Tour, right?
Yeah,
PGA. That's Sawgrass.
That's the one north, not the one.
The one like past Boca a little bit.
Yeah.
That's Sawgrass.
Okay. I thought there was Sawgrass over here.
Nah, that's Sawgrass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Sawgrass over here too.
Yeah. My mind, as I'm imagining shit, that's the picture I got. But
so what's the one that? All right. So what's the one that Trump got shot at? Then? What's that one?
That's his. Trump got shot at his golf course.
Yeah, he's got his own shit.
Or not at his golf course, but like they tried. The nigga was outside. It was at Trump National.
Oh, it's his. Okay.
Yeah, he got his own shit going.
He got a big shit. Just like Liv just had their tournament at some country club in Miami. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, DJ Khaled was there. You're a golfer. DJ Khaled, a golfer. Let's go golfing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he wasn't golfing, right?
Listen.
No, he was golfing.
Listen,
okay.
I'll tell you one
well,
thing.
they're starting to do that
one
celebrity.
Thing for sure. No, DJ Khaled been golfing. I'll tell you one thing for sure. If you got money.
No, golfing's a rich man's sport.
If you got money, it behooves you to learn how to golf. More so than it does to play tennis. It behooves you because these niggas like
the next wave is going to be
You think Mike was just out there
the next wave
golfing?
I'll say the next wave
shits and gigs.
The next wave will be pickleball though.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga was betting hard cash.
You heard?
And
Number 2 is gonna be pickleball next. Like as like that next rich
people. I mean, maybe the new, the new rich people
I'm telling
pickleball, like Zuckerberg and them. I don't know.
Niggas is doing pickleball like real deal, like pickleball sponsored events. It's turning out to be a real thing.
I can't stand pickleball. I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro.
Listen, I don't even know what
pickleball. Listen, nah, bro. White people keep inventing games so they don't have to be fucking athletic.
Of course.
Like white people keep doing this shit, bro. We keep letting them. We keep letting them.
Is it pickleball tennis?
No, it's not tennis.
It's essentially okay.
Pickleball is not tennis.
Same
bro.
essential rule.
And it's not even paddle. Paddle is like what pickleball is supposed to be.
I thought it's called pickleball because of the ball.
No, yeah, it's a wiffle ball. Look, it's a wiffle ball in a smaller tennis court. That's really what it is. It's a pickleball and a smaller
and you're
tennis
think
court.
about just think about playing.
So let me ask you a question, right?
Think about playing.
Aren't you hitting
life-size pickleball? That's what you play it, bro.
But
essentially, yeah.
So
but that's you're trying to tell him it's not like tennis, but the rules are essentially the same.
You're hitting this shit against him.
You get one bounce.
Yeah, it's like tennis.
Yeah. You get.
That's why I said I understand. Like,
but it's not athletic. Like the ball doesn't travel like
because it don't bounce. It's a wiffle ball.
It's a wiffle ball.
It bounces, but what I'm saying is like the ball don't go fast.
It's not gonna bounce like a tennis.
Put it this way: I played it, and trying to be over athletic in that game is gonna actually fuck you up, guaranteed. Because you'll overrun past the ball because if the wind picks up and you think it's gonna keep going this way, and just you're actually putting yourself out of position. So he's right about the athleticism part. You know what I mean? But he's wrong about the rules are still essentially the same. It's just different tools, different dimensions of what the court is. You know what I mean? That part is, but yeah, it's definitely not as hard as tennis. I've seen people go from pickleball to be like, all right, now let's ramp it up and let's get to some tennis. I've seen that too. Because now I got a few friends that's like, yeah, no, I'm playing tennis now. I'm like,
I'll tell you something, tennis is difficult, bro. I used to play tennis when I was a kid. And I was nice. Tennis is difficult.
You gotta be running back and forth.
Nigga, I was destroying kids.
50 there too.
Nigga, I was destroying kids my age.
But to be honest, you don't need to be crazy athletic for tennis though.
Listen, bro, I had a tennis instructor and everything, bro.
No, I'm saying you don't need to be crazy athletic. It helps being athletic in tennis.
You just gotta know how to.
But if you can predict, it's kind of like if you can be in position. That's the main thing is being in position and like knowing how to put them in a bad position.
No, I was destroying the tennis instructor put me in with like adults. And then I got destroyed and I was like 7, 8 years old. I never played tennis again, dog. Listen, because he was like, yeah, I'm not going to put you back with the kids. I was like, wait.
Oh, he probably didn't break it down to you that look.
Right now, like, listen, real deal.
I'm saying the instructor didn't break it down to you like, look, you're gonna go from the top to the bottom of the barrel. You about to be
bro.
Like, no.
Like fat old niggas that were bald were destroying me.
Yeah, but the nigga
fat old bald niggas.
No, what I'm saying
50-year-old niggas was destroying my ass.
Pause. Hey yo.
I said pause.
I know you did.
Doesn't matter at this one. At this juncture, it's craziness.
Like old women were destroying me too. Like this shit was crazy. Like green-haired old ladies was beating my ass. Like,
it seems like best.
And I did it for. I was with the adults for like. I was with the adults for like 2 or 3 weeks, bro. And it was just like.
I was with the adults for 2 to 3 weeks. I'm sorry. When Richie gets going like this, it just I like to instigate this.
You know, the way he said it, like everything played out.
Destroyed my ass. I was like, God damn. Hey, is everything okay?
And then he's like, then the older ladies, they destroyed my ass.
Let's be correct here. Let's not spread misinformation.
It's all wrong. It's all wrong. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not spread misinformation here.
It's all filthy.
I said beat my ass. Disgusting.
Destroying my ass, then beat your ass. Ooh, it's a rough lifestyle, man.
Sound like Kanye out this motherfucker.
Oh, man.
Shit, yeah, that was crazy.
Nah,
Yeah, you saw that shit?
And by all means, I'm not like making fun of anybody.
He put out other texts after that too with some other shit.
Nah, yeah. I mean, also I'm clear the air. I'm not anybody that's been, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. But I'm just talking about Kanye himself. Like,
so Hove, no Hove. Hove did that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go.
Bro, I don't know what to believe when it comes to this nigga no more, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you though. I can't believe this nigga no more, bro. Like, this nigga talk so this nigga wake up 1 hour, like 12 o'clock, he'll talk so much shit. An hour later, he'll apologize for the shit he just talked about an hour ago.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Just kidding. I ain't gonna lie. He hasn't been.
I'm not kidding though, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No. Like, hey, come on.
I'm not gonna lie. He hasn't been. The only thing he really last time I seen apologize for in his. Hear me out. The last time I seen, I'm just saying, last time I seen him apologize within this year with the Black Klansman. You got to section it out. Black Klansman joint, right?
Yeah.
From this run, it was only the Jay-Z kid, and even then, he was like, "Nah, I'm taking that. I wish I could take that apology."
Every minute, I love Drake, but I hate Drake. I hate Drake. I love Drake.
That's not an apology, though.
What are you talking about?
You got a love-hate relationship with the boy, man. Like, he hate that nigga, but he respects that he's so good.
Man, that nigga's awesome.
The nigga Pusha T, Ben said it in the shit. He's like, these niggas exactly what he said. Love, hate. And he was like,
listen, dog.
Yo, fuck Pusha T.
Listen, dog. Listen, like I've become more as I've gotten older.
Let's not get off the Kanye topic too much though, because I definitely want to talk about that more. But go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. What do you want to talk about Kanye?
No. I was just saying lately he hasn't been like he's been just standing on all the bullshit he said. There's some shit that you'd be like, okay, but for the most part, this nigga
on shit, but talking shit like that.
But he ain't You saying he's been apologizing? He hasn't though. You know,
he hasn't been apologizing more. So he's been trying to clarify certain things, or like
I'll say recant his statement. Is that better?
The last one was the Jay-Z kids.
What are you talking about? It was just Drake. It was just a Drake. The shit, the Playboy Cardi. What are you talking about, bro? The man,
he's still on.
What are you talking about, man?
He didn't apologize to Cardi.
That's what I'm saying.
I said recant his recant.
He tried to say, "I take it back."
Not recant.
That's what I'm trying to. That's what recanting them statements is. Like, I'm officially taking it back. No, he's constantly letting you know he don't fuck with this person, but he'll give you a little nugget of why he did fuck with the person, and that's it. He don't got a great way of explaining shit.
Yo, but no, let's be for real though. Let's take the Cardi situation. I would be pissed if that nigga did some shit like that. I might try to shoot the nigga personally.
What you try to do with Cardi again? I forgot.
No, he had North on his album.
Oh yeah. That was I would have been kind of.
That's beyond greasy, bro.
Yeah, I'd be mad about that, especially if I'm the music guy.
If I'm the music guy, and you know I'm having an issue with my ex-wife and my kids.
Come holler at me. I'm the music guy.
And you're a music person, and you want to put my daughter on your album.
Yeah, just simple enough. Have the courtesy. No, just have the courtesy. Hey, I want to have your daughter on the album talking some shit or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why I feel like
the music guy should know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Like what it is. And that's where I feel Kanye
Cardi has no business putting Northwest on his album, bro. The type of music and type of imagery and shit he puts off. No business.
I'm not even talking about that. It's simple. It could go simple to, hey, Kanye, you do music, I do music. I wanted to have a kid girl voice on a song, an intro, or whatever it may be. I still haven't heard it, right? But I want to have this on there. What do you think about Northwest possibly doing it? You know what I'm saying? Of course, Kim's going to say yes, but she ain't in music like that. She's been around the music. She helped push people, whatever it may be. But she's never been in there actually producing music like that, unless she has a whole 200 to 500 hard drive, and she still wasn't putting it out there like that and going through the actual battle to do it, right? So that's where I'm like, yo, I completely feel Kanye on that. I completely feel this nigga, man, because it's like that's where I'm kind of impartial. But more times than not, though, this nigga has been saying some crazy ass shit.
He just said his cousin made him suck his dick or some shit.
Man, all this. Wow.
Then I just saw something about I didn't even Like I just saw it. I didn't even look into it. Like, I don't know, man. My whole thing with Kanye is that, like I said, he's not wrong, right? But you could go about it more tactfully.
Been saying that.
Like that's probably like he's not wrong with anything he was saying. Like
in the earlier parts,
when he was talking about the Laheims,
but
right? Like and then one popped up and said he still has the tape that Kanye asked him to get scrubbed from the internet of him fucking a porn star.
Mm-hmm.
So like, if you're one of those and you're like blackmailing him, essentially you just came out as one like trying to blackmail this nigga. Like what do you expect this nigga to do?
Nah, my main thing was, hey, I get what you're saying. It's just the one thing I was saying to how niggas talk about, the black people. They'll just throw a blanket statement. We don't like it when it's a blanket statement when we know we don't fit those things that maybe other races and other things like that may see, right?
I get it.
So
I get that, but
that's the part where
I get that, but there's been too many like.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's the part where it's like, hey, don't throw the whole blanket on them. You just, this is why I was like, yo, just call out these niggas' name. You could say, hey, you need to color code it just so you say, hey,
but even if niggas person that looks like this that their own people say, niggas might get in trouble. You get what I'm saying? Like their own people. I've seen videos of rabbis saying some shit.
Yeah,
if you were to even repeat what the rabbi says, you niggas getting in trouble, bro. That shit is crazy. Like, it's funny, right? You know what one of my favorite Jamaican meals are?
Mm-hmm.
Escovitch snapper. Right? Like fried fish.
Yeah.
You know where that came from? Yeah. It came from Jewish settlers.
Yeah.
That was like escaping Spain.
Makes sense.
Right?
I mean,
it goes into like, why are they always having to escape? Like, what's going on here?
No,
but that's
a whole other story.
That's a whole other story. But like, I was like, what the fuck? I literally Googled it, and it was like, yeah, it's a Jamaican dish. It was made. They got it from Jewish refugees or settlers that were escaping Spain. That's literally in the definition. I was like, holy shit.
That's crazy.
Nah, but even with that said, right? Like, I
so like I say that to say like, if everywhere this nigga turn, it's one of them.
No, he's
holding them hostage.
He's got, like I said, I ain't saying he don't got a point in that. I'm just saying he don't know how big his crowd is because like just even
it's not that big no more, bro.
No, before it was,
bro. So. He was on live the other day and it was only 400 people on that shit.
Yeah, because you end up people are starting to just turn that deaf ear to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did you hear Richie just say when his name was really brought up? Right?
That's his.
Fuck that nigga. All right, no.
He got.
I ain't listening to that nigga no more.
He got a game plan. He does a rant. He puts out an album. Yeah.
So there's some people that's just
getting annoying.
They have the fatigue on it. There's some people that was like, super fans and was in. Some people was just like, I'm here just for the music. I don't need to really hear all that. So yeah, he's had songs to where kids would fuck with it even to this day.
What happened to all the Yeezy stock?
And mind you, the
Adidas stuff. What happened to it?
Adidas still got it.
Yeah.
Are they selling it?
Yeah.
For cheap?
Hell no. I mean, they was at one point. I had a big ass sale.
It's back to regular prices now. It's back to $300.
No, probably not that. Probably closer to regular retail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe 100, 120, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I was saying with everything going on and everything like that, like think about it as a kid, right? When you found out like oh shit, racist shit goes on. It's like I didn't know we had a beef. You feel me? Like as a kid,
You know what's kind of weird,
as
bro?
a kid, you don't really know. So
you know
like,
what's kind of weird, bro? Me growing up, I feel like I always was cognizant that there was racism.
a little bit, but
Like,
you know, you really hear,
just,
you see it on a little bit on TV. You see
I
those
don't know,
episodes.
like,
you might go out, you might see your parent, but like you're either told about it or you see something blatant, and then that conversation comes out.
you're
You know what I'm
warned
saying?
about. I think you're warned about it before. Like at least me, I think I was warned about it even before.
Oh no, of course,
dealing with a bunch of white folks. Like,
no, but that's even that in the beginning stages when you hear about it, it's like, oh shit, there's a beef. You get what I'm saying?
I think I remember my mom telling me that white people just aren't gonna like you just because you're black. I believe. I don't want to put that jacket on my mom, but I think she told me that shit one time.
So, I think every black parent tells you in so many words that that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey.
Even when I was playing soccer, and I was like the best kid on the field, it was like, yo, they're gonna hate on you because you're better than them.
But it probably won't be the kids. It'll probably be the parents that
They be the kids too.
Yeah, but it's like racism is most likely a learned behavior, though, as they say.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because think about this: the kids are mostly, if you give them a box of toys, they playing with damn near. If they never watched any TV, anything like that, they just gonna play with all the toys.
Yeah, the kids will play with the box.
That too. You see what I'm saying? So, kids, it don't matter what shape, size, color. If they fuck with it, they just gonna fuck with it. That's no outside. That's exactly the shit from like Severance. You know what I'm saying? No outside impurities, things like that going on. Oh, that's the beat.
You're here?
Don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's just my take on it. Like as far as Kanye, and I just think he should have probably, when it comes to the kids, just when it comes to overall statements, just don't blanket it. I ain't saying you got to be direct every time. You can say this blah 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 person, you know what I mean, and that's my experience with them. That's it. Because like I said, you're every average everyday Laheim kid that ain't even in that business at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, do you expect them to really know what the hell happened to Kanye and all of that?
Nah, of course not.
It is not. It's just not. They're not going to know.
Yeah, one.
That's where I'm saying, I'm like, hey, and those are the kids that are walking in. Those are the kids that's walking in to work with the Yeezys on. I've seen it up to a certain point. I'm pretty sure right at this point. At this point, right now, those Yeezys that motherfuckers was wearing, they probably ain't wearing them so much being from that cloth due to the fact that it's been back to back to back to back and it was overall blanketed. That's all I'm saying. Not that he needs the money anymore. I'm just saying, hey, that's gonna overall.
Everybody needs money. Everybody still needs money.
No, that's why I feel that too.
What else has been going on other than Kanye?
Goddamn Kanye.
Other than Smanye.
Like, list off some topics.
Wanye.
Because I didn't get no text.
I don't think I got a text either.
The Shannon Sharp allegations.
No, I don't want to talk about that yet.
Okay, over here.
Anything else?
LeBron James and Kevin Gates is going at it.
LeBron James and Kevin Gates. You saw his response? Yeah. He was like, the truth hurts, but it heals.
So how did this originally start? What
Kevin
happened?
Gates came out and said, yo, I don't like how Savannah be looking at LeBron sometimes. Right? Like, what else he said? Like, I've been saying it too, though. I said this to Andrea not too long ago. I be like, yo, Savannah be looking at LeBron like she hate that nigga, though. Like, she hates his guts.
I'll never lust out of a man's wife, but she was looking good in that picture, though. I was like, God damn. All right,
She's
Savannah.
not ugly.
No, she's not ugly at all.
She's not ugly, and she used to play basketball.
Yeah,
so
so
like,
she's gonna stay in shape.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I was like, God damn, okay,
right, she's not
Savannah.
she's not ugly, but like, let's be real. Like, LeBron got in his.
We were talking about LeBron doing the handshake with Savannah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, maybe I know this shit that people don't notice. But I'm like, it was like talking about, what if you had LeBron money? I'm like, man, he one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But I wouldn't want to trade places with him. And they was like, why not? Why you wouldn't want to play with him? I say, because I don't like the way Savannah look at LeBron. I like the way them white women look at LeBron. Like, when soon as he walk out there, they just be like, oh. It's like, I noticed when he go do the handshake with the main player on his team, which is dead, it's like, you act like I'm bothering you, bitch. Like, I'm the greatest player in the world. One of them.
But yeah, that's basically what he was saying.
And then LeBron put out a post like, Kings don't bother themselves.
Oh, Kings don't concern themselves with
the opinions of peasants. Something. My queen. Da 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 da. And then Kevin Gates responds is like, the truth hurts, but it heals. Because he was like, as long as now she looking at you the way she's supposed to be looking at you. Because the picture he posted, Savannah's like all googly eyed looking at him, like happy to see him type shit.
And that's the way it's supposed to.
And that's the way it's supposed to be.
And that's what the point he was trying to make.
And that's the point he's trying to make. I've been like, hey,
I ain't see.
I may be a peasant, but I've been sent. I notice stuff like that, right? Like, I don't know if I'm fucking autistic. I don't know if I have like an obsessive compulsive disorder, but I consistently watch people, right? Like, I watch their movements, I watch their facial expressions, I watch their eyes. Like, I always look at people's eyes when I talk to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and I notice things.
You gotta watch the mannerisms.
Yeah, right. And I notice things like, man, she always look at him crazy, like. But I guess like she been there throughout everything.
She probably in the back
been there from the beginning.
You think she be calling out Cap in the back of her head? Like, oh, this ain't Cap. I read the full book. Cap. Like, remember, he's been caught on a couple lies.
Yeah, he Cap all the time. But like, no. Like, you gotta think, right? Like, they've been together since they were like 16 years old, right?
Yeah.
She was pregnant his rookie year.
At least his rookie year.
Right? Maybe even before.
Bronny was at the goddamn his first final in Cleveland. As a Jet.
Right? So, like, all I'm saying is I don't know what LeBron has done, but I could imagine.
It's a lot.
Right? Like, oh, well, at least she was there through the Yes Jules fit.
Yeah. Like
being
that
down
Bron, I had that long time ago.
Yo, back to Pusha T, right? Before I get into this, LeBron, let me get this. Pusha T is the biggest chatty patty, dog.
I was a chatty patty.
He is said no, like
that was Pusha. He's the one that said that. It wasn't Malice, right?
Justin
it wasn't
Tinsley?
Malice that said it was Pusha, right?
You know that Justin Tinsley guy, right? Do you know him?
Jamal Tinsley or
Justin Tinsley? He's like on ESPN. He's like a light-skinned guy. He be on Around the Horn a lot. Light-skinned guy with glasses.
I'm not recalling his face.
So anyway, he went on this Kencell glaze. He did this Kendrick glazing post, bro. And he started out with after Pusha T dented Drake's armor in that battle. I'm like, yo, like, what battle are we talking about? Because Pusha T didn't have no bars other than gossip. You are hiding a child. Like, is that a bar? Or is that fucking gossip?
I really, Actually, now I think about
The
it,
story of Adidon, right?
I really don't remember the lines like that. If you ask,
The nigga said,
if you ask me,
"You are hiding a child." That was the big bar.
no, I can remember truth in the details. I can actually remember, like, even though it's more recent, obviously, but I feel like I would remember at least a couple bars off of all those Kendrick songs and a couple bars at least, like if this is 10 years from now, like a couple bars at least from Drake, like from dropping Give Me 50 to this nigga saying and doing the push-ups, doing, you know, and like doing a couple song parts of where Kendrick was rapping on Like That, obviously Not Like Us, and then Euphoria, and you know, just all that shit. Like all those songs, I would remember at least a line or two. On the Pusha thing,
because it was gossip.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. Gossip. No. At the time, it seemed scathing, but it was like Drake ended up bobbing and weaving and got through that either way.
Didn't say Drake lost that battle.
I thought he bobbed and weaved and got through that. It was,
but I don't think it's like
it was a tough one, but it wasn't like. But so like I said,
the only way to beat you can't beat Drake with bars, but right. So people go to chatting.
No, but here's what I'm saying, like line for line, I don't remember. Here's the thing, I still don't remember. I don't remember both of their lines, like much of it. Like the craziest part is I can remember Ether and Takeover lines. right off the hip right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there was an actual battle where niggas was dissing each other.
Yeah. So
when niggas battle Drake, they go to chat. Oh, he uses a ghostwriter, or oh, he does this, or oh, he's hiding a child, or oh, now you're hiding like Kendrick, you're hiding a daughter.
And then in the Meek versus Drake thing, right? I remember Drake's bars. I don't really remember any Meek lines.
Meek had one song.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And then Back to Back came out, and it was a rap. It was a rap.
Yeah, Back to Back. Then he dropped another song right after, right? It was the first song before.
He dropped the song before Back to Back.
That one was just okay.
It was all right.
That was just to start it off.
And then he dropped Back to Back. Like, nah, man, fuck that.
And then All Summer 16.
So, anyways, but
Summer 16 was. Looking for me.
How did we get to Pusha T? What were we talking about before Pusha T?
It was LeBron because he said that Brian was the.
So she been through his entire career from the APAC. She been through the Yes Jules situation. Mm-hmm. The man. I have a personal connection to this.
Well, you know what? Gotta give her the props though for doing that.
She stayed, and
Vanessa Bryant and her so far, you know what I'm saying?
Right? She stayed, she kept a strong face, you know what I mean? But like during the situation, you know, she was talking to a nigga on the Dolphins.
Ooh.
And that's why a lot of shit stopped. Because you know, LeBron was wearing the RWTW hats. Roll with the winners.
Yeah.
Never not work. No, the never not working hat.
Yeah.
And all of that shit. That was Yes Jules shit. Yes Jules started never not working.
Oh yeah, now she's dropping it again.
Right? So she went through all of that at the Delano. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, Yes Jules used to run the club at the Delano. FDR.
You know what's fucked up? I didn't even, and the fucked up part is, right? It was like, I think it was like some event down here to like for the election for when Hillary was going against Trump or whatever like that.
Okay.
And Pusha T was there in the back room, and then I ran into Yes Jules, but I didn't know about the Pusha thing. I didn't know that was her. I just remember that Brian. I never knew. Put two and two together. Yes Jules was just, I think I either met Yes Jules with you. Yeah, I think I met her with you and somebody else. But anyways, long story short, I was like, yeah, Pusha T over there. I just not even knowing. Now thinking about it, I'm like, oh. Like yo, that, Brian.
So my wife's friend, her husband is he grew up in Miami, right? He grew up like rich kid in Miami, so he's tied in to that friend group.
Mm-hmm.
And one time he called Yes Jules' phone, and guess who picked up the phone?
Pusha.
No,
Brian.
Brian. Picked up her phone. So she was there through all of that. So I could, in the back of her mind, shit probably coming up from 15 years ago. You know what I mean? If anything is true, what they were talking about on the internet when LeBron was, when Drake and LeBron were going at it. So then there's all of that. So every year, you going to Caravana? So like, I mean, I guess, you know, like what's that nigga? We've been together since our teenage years.
I don't know.
I just need some time to. You don't remember that song? It was a big song. Where I wanna be.
Oh, Donnell Jones.
Donnell Jones.
Yeah.
Oh, you should say, "Send my baby girl a message." That if you're gonna start, you gotta start off in the beginning because that's the one that got me right there.
I don't know, Kevin. I don't know. I guess Kevin Gates ain't been in a super long-term relationship since y'all were jits. Like, you know, LeBron became a superstar. He started testing waters, though. And she was there through all of it. So I don't know. You know, she might have a right to look at him sideways sometimes.
I'd rather leave than to cheat.
But see, LeBron didn't leave.
Nah, he didn't leave.
He couldn't have left.
That was too much goddamn money.
He couldn't have left.
Yeah,
he couldn't be the face of the league and the face of Nike if that.
And if he left, he
they be having morality clauses in their shit, bro.
If he left, no, she can have at least half that shit.
Half that shit.
More than half.
90%.
He would have
more than half.
He'd have to work. He would have
90%.
And if it was at that time, he would have it would have taken another 10 years just to get to the Billy level.
She get more than half.
Oh, yeah,
she been with him. First off, she been with him her entire life.
But she don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
Her entire life. Yeah. She's never worked.
That's how the court gonna
look at it. Cheaper to keep her. I
it
mean,
is way cheaper to keep her. You think Juanita got a settlement? You think Juanita got a settlement?
Nah, but here's the thing too.
That's why Will Smith is. That's why Will Smith is divorced Jada yet, bro.
Hey, nah, and think about this, right? Think about this.
Yeah, she get all that for cheating.
Now think about this, right?
Having entanglements and shit.
Think about this.
It's a crazy place we live in.
This nigga, like, she has a huge case to stand on because, like, the kids are damn near all successful too. Like, the daughter successful, the kid, both sons,
and she still got kids that are under 18.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Look. Both sons,
child support.
Both sons are one went to college and is in the NBA. The other one's going to college for Arizona scholarship, all that shit. So like,
what do you got? But I thought
the state.
I thought it's just a daughter left.
No, the daughter. Yeah, it's the daughter left.
Bryce is still 70. I'm just saying, if it happened right now,
he still get some money for Bryce.
She get like 10 years worth of child support for that daughter. She get probably all the houses.
Nah, if she would have did it at that time, like immediately, like, oh, we're divorcing. Just didn't even stick around for the shit. Then wait, nothing. Like, nah, I'm out in Miami.
She probably get a settlement close to $500 million. Bro.
She would have just lost Bronny's money recently. You know what I'm saying? She would have just lost Bronny's money, and she still would have had the Bryce money plus alimony if she would never remarry. Plus the daughter money.
Nike got a Nike.
Oh, lifetime contract. I'm a part of that lifetime contract too, nigga. What you mean?
Savannah kicks.
Nah, but overall, she like from the outside looking in.
No,
she's solid, dog.
She remained a soldier.
She deserves to give that nigga whatever look he deserves at that point in time because she's been there.
I can take the spotlight, like she stayed out of the spotlight.
She just started doing a podcast recently. Like this, like that's a long time to be in the background. And she's doing it when it's like, okay, we don't know when he's gonna retire. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm saying what the fuck I want out here anyways. I'm on my way out.
And that's why I get
cool. Like whatever you say ain't really gonna destroy nothing.
That's why I give Lala her props though, because you know what I'm saying, as much as You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. She played her part, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, she's still divorced Carmelo though, right?
Yeah, she divorced.
They're divorced, but I'm still saying she played her part.
No,
Carmelo
she's
was
still a
like
good mother.
actively with another woman type shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a secret relationship. Like
he was wild. Yeah.
He was out there.
Yeah.
He was wild.
He wasn't Tristan Thompson wild though.
No.
He wasn't.
That nigga cannot keep his dick in his pants.
Like I'll say
that nigga see a bitch, he gotta fuck her.
Yeah, like
Got to.
And on top of that, Lala is like a known entity too, so it makes it's gonna make like Lala trying to hold.
She get her
own like
she was getting her own bread too.
Yeah, so like I'm talking about her like staying. It's not like I ain't saying Savannah didn't have a choice. She could have easily, like I said, took more than half and been good.
Fabulous.
But at the same time, Lala, like I said, she had her own shit going on.
What I expect you to do? How about ride?
I just think as long as it's not, for the most part, most of the women would take it as long as it don't get really out there like that. They ain't gonna take it like forever.
Like,
but like it becomes
back in the old days, these bitches was real. It was scandal and disease. Those were the deal breakers. Scandal and disease.
Yeah.
As long as you kept it out of the papers and you ain't bring nothing home.
No, I think even to this day, like some might ride with you if it like you ain't gonna get like multiple chances. You get one one off or some shit like that.
Right?
You might get one.
Money's long enough.
Yeah, if the money's long enough, you do what you want.
Yeah, but they still gonna eventually like you can't just keep running. I'm telling you can't just keep running it up because them divorce papers will come.
That's why you get prenups and you do all that.
That's cool, but they gonna eventually run through that prenup and let them have kids. That still ain't gonna mean much because child support is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's why you have prenups, man.
Prenups don't really be holding up when the kids come involved.
That's why you have prenups. When your money's that long, it's all decided beforehand, dog.
No, I'm telling you, but it still has nothing to do with the kids, though.
Yes, my nigga, it does.
Is that the same? But is that the same case in the nigga that owned Twitter, Elon Musk situation?
I don't know what's going on with his case.
And I've seen niggas. Hold on. Here's the thing, though. I've seen niggas. Like, what happens if you do your prenup and then you don't obviously update it and you have a kid?
Huh?
Kanye have a prenup?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to stay on top of your paperwork, bro.
Right.
You gotta put like Michael Jordan's contract with his current girl has all type of stipulations. Like if you have a kid, if you're with him more than 5 years, if you're with him more than 10 years. If he cheats on you, all of these things, like you gotta put these things in paper, in writing.
Yeah, because that nigga's super rich, dog.
Oh yeah, no, Juanita got a lot of that bread last time.
Juanita got like 300 mil. She got a bunch of shit.
Yeah, Juanita was good.
But I don't know if he had a prenup with Juanita.
Either way, no, I think like I said, I think
not the start. He was already Michael Jordan when she got with him, but.
I've seen
There's stories going around about.
There's a couple state clauses too where prenup is doesn't need after a certain amount of years. I think that shit doesn't even work out.
You can re-update them shits. They're called post-nups.
So what you saying about Michael now?
Like he kind of there's a story going or the rumor going around that he got married to her so he could sign that Nike contract. Like they wanted a family guy. You know what I mean? Like she was pregnant, but he wasn't married. You know what I'm saying? So
especially back in them days, I believe that
he married her.
That makes a lot of sense when it comes, especially like them days. Nowadays, they might you could probably a lot of these guys start off single.
Look at Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
he got a lot of kids. You saw that bitch that tried to run on the court because she said she wanted his semen.
Oh, that's the one that got tackled?
Yeah.
Oh, hilarious. I didn't know that she said that. That's funny.
Shit crazy out here, man.
Keep that shit, nigga.
More and more, it's like we're like living in a simulation. Like this shit can't be real life.
Idiocracy.
Yeah, that movie.
You gotta get the shit rap type brass knuckles and brass fights. Nah, but for real, out here, Ant-Man need to learn how to wrap it up, B.
Shannon Sharp. What's up with Skip?
Skip.
What's up with Unc?
I mean,
He got.
well, I mean, you might be right though, because Tony Bugsby is the nigga on
Tony Busby's the lawyer.
the other lawyer.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I heard the.
But here, okay, I go back. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up
All
every
right, so
time that
what's
nigga is
the
mentioned.
Shannon Sharp thing before we,
He
for
got
listeners.
this girl is trying to sue him for $50 million because
What
supposedly
But his lawyer dropped
a bomb, a flex bomb.
His lawyer dropped a statement showing the whole text message saying it was consensual.
Yeah, like, hey, put me in a dog collar. You know,
Yeah, she was talking. She was
just
talking
like
nasty.
spicy.
Yeah,
so-
she was talking real
real
like
spicy.
shit in my mouth type shit.
That's
Yeah?
yeah. It was,
shit in my mouth.
it was-
Not to that extreme, but it
was like
could've
Buddy.
been.
It's like Buddy from the Dodgers. The pitcher
Oh, man,
is one of those.
Setup. It's a setup.
Yeah, she was trying to set him up, and then he just had the lawyer pulled out all the receipts.
I know you missed this big juicy pause.
Yeah,
I can't say
25K,
that.
25K for each cheat.
What?
That's what it said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. It's like, I want you to put a dog collar around my neck and choke me with it while you're effing me.
So, anyways,
You know what I'm saying?
right? Like when I read it, like he forced her to come to his mansion multiple times. So this shit just didn't make sense, right? Anytime Tony Busby gets mentioned, I'm gonna go back to Deshaun Watson.
Damn, she was nasty though. She's talking about she want to put her tongue in his butt, dog. Read that shit.
I want to put my tongue in your asshole and then marry you.
And then keep
Wow.
going, keep going.
That's my daddy. Fuck, I want you to put a big black baby in me. You better crave it because you're gonna be stuck with it for life after you put a big black baby in me. Oh, that's crazy.
Yo, I already got it up right here.
That's
I got
crazy.
the statement right here.
But like
we got the paperwork.
Back to Tony Busby. How come nobody is revisiting Deshaun Watson?
We got the content. So what happened with Deshaun Watson? He was a part of the class action suit against him or something like that. With all them
Tony Busby was the lawyer that brought up all of these cases to him.
Or they try to diminish his career.
You guys hearing me, right? When he decided to leave, he's a neighbor of the owner of the Texans. Deshaun Watson wanted to leave, and then all of a sudden, 27 masseuses said he tried to do some shit. And Tony Busby was the lawyer. Nobody is bringing up Deshaun Watson when it comes to Tony Busby being a fucking fraud.
Sorry, your cadence was like Murder Mook right there.
So what
Killed that.
happened? So what happened to Deshaun Watson? They blackballed him for the NBA.
Bro, so he was on the Texans. He had just signed a deal, and then he asked to be traded.
No, I know. But what happened to him after that? Like, he get signed back? They re-signed?
They re-signed him. They re-signed him. Cleveland signed him, but he's just been injured since he got signed. So, but like nobody's bringing up how this shit ruined his career.
So he ain't paying no money?
Huh?
He ain't paying no money on all the
Yeah, he had to pay out a lot. He had to settle a lot of this shit. Because this was the first time niggas like Tony Busby was in action. Like this is the first time.
So was it true or wasn't true?
I'm saying
The
that every
coincidence.
time Tony Busby comes up since Deshaun Watson, it's been fake shit.
Yeah,
He's been getting hit with this is fake. Tony Busby made me do this and all this type of shit.
yeah.
So who's to say that whole shit wasn't fake?
Because
Yeah, it's been.
so you feel like
And Jay, he did. You don't remember the thing with Jay?
No, I
Shit
know
with Jay-Z,
yeah.
that was Tony Busby also.
So what Shannon Sharp is?
They might-
You say Shannon Sharp was supposed to come on a contract, right? Supposed to sign some big money, right? So do you feel like the network is not trying to pay this nigga? So you feel like they trying to blackball this nigga?
No,
Is that where you think this is coming?
I
from?
feel like
This one's more just. I feel like it's more isolated because
I feel like the girl went to Tony Busby
Mhm.
because she knows what was going on.
Yeah.
Shannon probably stopped fucking her or didn't get her pregnant. You get what I'm saying? Stop fucking her. And now she want a bunch of bread because she knows he's about to sign a big contract.
And
and ESPN is gonna pay him whatever the fuck he
this ain't
he wants.
This ain't the
Honestly,
chick from the video.
No, it's not even ESPN. It's his shit on the volume because he signed to the volume.
yeah,
His
yeah.
deal with the volume is about to be done. So he's about to sign a super big deal. He's
I'm
about to
wondering
sign a
who's gonna
super-
go, who he's gonna go with, because he has a lot of people under that Shea Media now, and he brought all of them to the volume. So it's not just his show. It's 520. It's
they still might be signed to the volume. Who knows? You know what I mean? But maybe he's trying to start his own network. Whatever the case may be. All I'm saying is Tony Busby is a known fraud at this point.
He's known for the foolery, the tomfoolery.
So, like, why is nobody revisiting Deshaun Watson?
Because I guess, but if Deshaun Watson had to pay out,
this is it seems a little bit more.
if Deshaun Watson had to pay out, then I mean, technically, I mean, was it really a lie then?
A lot of these niggas pay out just to pay out, though. Quick $100,000, like a lot of these niggas just pay out to just stop the fuckery. That's been the issue. Even Shannon Sharp brought this up a while ago. Like, he didn't do nothing to the last case he had. He didn't do shit, but he settled.
Because it costs more to
Yeah, you take more hits with your name being in the media associated with this shit than quietly settling and
exiting it out. Makes sense.
And it happens a lot.
And
Look at the nigga from the Dodgers. The nigga lost $35 million because a girl tried to set him up. Same way.
You can't even listen to these girls though. I ain't gonna lie, when you rich though, you gotta protect them assets though.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out there. I don't know, man. Like,
Do you think it's gonna? All right, I had something that just popped up in my mind though, because I think if this keeps happening, you think like Deshaun Watson, Jay-Z, Shannon Sharp, and a few other people end up like doing a big lawsuit to Busby?
You can.
that would be smart.
You can sue the whole law firm.
That would be actually smart
for taking on frivolous lawsuits
Drake,
and
Drake is essentially suing UMG for destroying your name.
You know, even though they proved it's all failed, so it's like, you know, you have a proven.
Jay-Z is going. Jay-Z going to sue him.
But I think if he goes in with everybody else and has their cases with it, they team up. It now becomes like,
I ain't gonna lie, Jay-Z
more insurmountable.
The Jay-Z and Deshaun thing would be a good look for the NFL. And then I mean,
no, but the NFL were part of it, dog. The NFL. This was a yeah. They tried to. The NFL were part of it because they tried to prove a point. It's like, yo, you just signed a max extension, and 2 months later you ask for a trade. You can't do that. So they punished him.
Kind of like how Dallas Mavericks did to Luka.
Not so much. Luka didn't do nothing other than be lazy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but he played like 2-3 games and got injured. So like, he came back out of shape. He didn't use the offseason to do nothing. So like, I kind of get what the Mavs are saying.
I still would have had traded him. I know that.
I mean, they ain't trade they ain't trade him to.
It's kind of, I guess it's kind of a Zion issue, but less of a Zion issue because
Zion got off the court issue. Like, Zion is addicted.
It was kind of on the court issue too because
Zion is addicted to food and porn stars.
There we go. Yeah, the food part is affecting that on court part.
He's addicted to food and porn stars, dog. But the crazy part was when he was with that one porn star, that's when he was in the best shape. And then since he broke up with her, she just fucked her whole body up. Like,
I get hurt.
It's still in though. Well, as long as he shoots it, he gets to come back in the game. Let's see. Looks all right. It's still winning. He'll be all right though. He tough, right?
Cameron
right?
voice.
Niggas get hurt every day, right?
Niggas get hurt every day, B. You be all right.
You tough, right?
Yeah, but no, I think a class action suit would probably be smart. Like,
Look,
obviously, you might have to add on a few other
You
people.
don't notice that none of these so-called people that care about the truth are even bringing that up. They never talk about it.
Nah,
It's kind of like the Colin Kaepernick.
all it takes is
kind of like the Colin.
I'll say that. Well, the NFL.
Nobody don't talk about that shit.
It all depends on if the NFL decides to shut it down. You know, shut down that talk.
Yeah, I think they probably
Because you got to remember, ESPN and all of them are tied in. So like they can only, you could disparage a coach. Yeah, you could even disparage a franchise. But if it seems like it's a whole NFL, conspiracy, they're gonna shut you down from that. You know what I'm saying? Just like how they did.
The crazy part is you ain't have nothing but to believe whatever was going on with Deshaun, because it was the first time some shit like this really ever happened.
Oh, plus
and now he just keeps doing it. But these other niggas is fighting back. Even Puffy, even the shit with Puffy, most of them shits is fraud.
Oh yeah. Based off easy off the numbers, like anybody with a half a brain would know, like everything against them.
So imagine what he did to Deshaun.
There's gonna be a lot of drop charges, but there's gonna be things that will stick. You know,
imagine what he did to Deshaun.
Oh yeah. This is why.
But here's the thing. In the span, listen, in the span of what happens between closed doors, these are all civil suits. You get what I'm saying? It's not the same burden of proof that you have to prove. You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's literally he said, she said.
That's true. And then
so she could say something happened, and he could have never seen this girl ever in life.
Big facts.
But because she's a masseuse,
and he gets massages on the regular.
You know,
do you get what I'm saying?
He probably piled on an extra 15, or
like he may have never seen this girl ever before in his life, but because she's a masseuse and because she's in a city that the team goes to, there's a reasonable doubt that he could have.
And he don't remember that shit. Man, you went to so many.
Yeah, no, honestly, like being a pro player, like I'm assuming that you are using different.
It's happening to Justin Tucker right now, the kicker.
Oh yeah. He just got caught up on some shit.
That's crazy.
And he's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And mind you, mind you.
The owner of one of the establishments was like, none of these girls, the girls had never said anything to me about him ever before in life.
Exactly.
And all of a sudden, they're suing. So it's like,
why don't you go through the proper channels first? If it was some, you know what I mean?
So look how easy, this is a white guy now. Look how easy it is for these niggas to get caught up.
That's all
I'm saying. It's so crazy.
It's a money grab.
Somebody could have been like, you know who that is? He's a kicker for an NFL team. Oh my God. Da, 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 da. That's how that shit could have started.
He asked me to massage his groin. Yes, because he's a fucking kicker for an NFL team. When they get hurt, that's where the fuck they get hurt.
Exactly. Nigga, not even just them.
Now if you take it upon yourself,
you decide to block a nigga and your shit can go.
But I'm just saying,
trust me, it happened to me. My shit, I was doing blocking drills. My shit went.
I'm just saying that's how easy it is for these niggas to get caught up in this fuckery, dog. Like, you need a roach or something.
I got one.
But that's what I'm saying, how fuckery it is, dog. And it's like, again, every time Tony Busby gets to do these lawsuits, fucking niggas need to bring up Deshaun Watson, dog. Because the NFL purposely destroyed this nigga's character.
Well, at least the one thing he did get was guaranteed money. That was probably hush money. Might have been the hush money. But it looks like he's gonna get another chance to play, right?
He got one more year left, I think, on his contract, maybe 2.
I think he got 2.
So
that's why I heard they're not gonna draft one of these QBs. Well, I mean, honestly, He said he's gonna come back better than ever. We'll see, man. The one thing is with all that shit going on with him, it really fucked up his career.
Yeah.
Like that fucked up his career as far as like him getting suspended. Like he was already hurt, but that suspension added on there. That just took too much time from his career for him to have like that natural rhythm that you would usually have as a QB, knowing
that should be
knowing how the wide plays, you know what I'm saying, like how they play and just timing. Period. It just sucks, dog. But yeah, I mean, percentage wise, like when I see class action lawsuits and all that stuff against people, I usually probably go at like 10 to 12% of it actually being real. You know what I mean? I'm really pessimistic when it comes to that, just because it's like I usually feel like it's a big pile-on.
It'd be fucking
yeah, just like, and most of these, like you said, like Busby, his shit was caught with the Jay-Z thing.
And Puffy.
And oh shit, and Puffy. You're right. You know, you probably won't attach your name with Puffy with the class action suit because everything else, you probably got to let him.
Yeah, but some of them had already been like, remember, they were trying other stuff, and some of them had already been like,
I'm just talking about,
bitch.
I'm just talking about.
Remember the girl that tried to get her ex?
Your husband, her husband.
Her ex. It was her ex to say that
he was like, nah, I ain't with that shit.
No, I'm saying as of right now, it's better to work with Deshaun Watson and Shannon Sharp than Puffy publicly right now. You know what I'm saying? True. Just publicly, like if you got a publicist, they'll probably tell you like, hey, definitely get your money, definitely make this a legal issue, but try not to have. I'm gonna make sure none of your names are with Puff on this, so don't have his name in the paperwork or anything like that. That's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You know that. They're definitely gonna be like, yeah, chill out on that. Like, what would you tell your client?
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but
sucks. But what would you tell your client though? It's like,
oh, obviously, Clark.
Niggas like, yeah, throw Puff in there. Niggas gonna be like, damn.
I mean, speaking about,
but I think honestly, Puff might get out of this. Who knows? He's gonna at least have.
He picked up Brian Steele.
He got Brian Steele, and he got way more money in Thug.
Everybody got Brian Steele now. Fucking Lil Durk got Brian Steele too.
I thought Lil Durk had
YB lawyer.
Yeah,
I thought that was YB lawyer.
Nah, he didn't have Brian Steele.
No, I think they got somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else.
Oh, it's the one that YF and Lucci had.
Yeah, I think they got that guy. I mean, he did a good job because YFN's out.
They said they about to send a motion for dismissal because they're saying that the lyrics, they're trying to use lyrics, which is not like real evidence.
On who?
Lil Durk.
I thought they had video and shit.
I mean, I don't know. That's the latest.
I thought they used the credit. It was alleged that they used a credit card and dudes were on the flight. All that could be true, but you could like easily separate from somebody and they do some other bullshit that you have no.
They had a
Lil Durk's legal.
They had a snitch. I thought they had a snitch.
That's really what's going to come down to
get him out of jail. Durk's lawyer also moved to dismiss his indictment, arguing prosecutors presented false information to the grand jury about song lyrics they said that were connected to the killing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's honestly now hearing what you just
is his lawyer.
Yeah. Now hearing that you just said that, they're gonna always, set that in motion. You know what I'm saying? They always got things to just put that say, hey, that can't be a part of the case. It'll help a little bit because it would not have the jury hear that he's taunting, right? But now he still has to prove that he wasn't a part of it at all.
Oh, and then the DeMar DeRozan situation.
What DeMar DeRozan situation?
When he got the physical altercation in the sushi restaurant.
Oh yeah, okay.
That nigga loves some Asian bitches, man.
Nah,
Jesus Christ.
Honestly, okay. Nah, you showing on the video? Yeah, dude was wilding though.
So basically, I guess a fan must have walked up to him or whatever. So here's the story. The fan must have walked up to him, I guess taunting the nigga.
Nah, it's not even taunting him, dog. He had his the camera light and recording and stuck the phone like as close as damn near the mic is at.
He walked away. I seen him backing up.
And then the nigga called the police after that. End up in
sitting in an ambulance recording himself. I'm like, nah, nigga, like
he tried to get some money.
Nah, he came up to him like, hey, DeMar DeRozan, you my favorite. Like, yo, you could have been recording. Oh shit, DeMar DeRozan. Oh shit, like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just trying to get some money. Man.
We're like, oh,
niggas
like you could have been recording.
Yeah, niggas is pitiful out here.
But like, I've seen people do the recording themselves.
It's a goddamn shame, dog. Niggas is pitiful out here.
Anything to get money.
Niggas will do anything, dog. Niggas that don't have no kind of shame no more, dog. Like niggas will do any goddamn thing, dog.
They need to have like
what the fuck, man?
They need to have an agitation.
What happened to people, bro?
I don't know, man. Niggas don't gotta work. All you gotta do is open up a GoFundMe, dog.
They honestly need a "you started it" law.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Like an agitation. Like if you're the agitator, you can't be suing. Once you're the agitator, like you can't sue beyond whatever reasonable, or like you can't get anything beyond reasonable medical bill or whatever.
This
like
goddamn.
Because if you beat the nigga to the pulp, like. And it's just something like that. You don't need to beat the nigga to the pulp, but if you snuff him, I get it. Or like hit him with a 2-piece, I get it too.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know.
You might not need to do the kingpin and just, you know what I'm saying? But
I think we live in a society where everybody's booking the next. Everybody feel like they're booking the next person. Like, come on, bro. It's just hard for everybody.
You at the same sushi restaurant as this nigga, dog, and you trying to get money off of this guy. Like, yo, come on, bro. Let's be realistic here.
And not for nothing, like
who the fuck? And this thing is eating though. Why you think this thing like? Come on, bro. Like,
and you put the light right in his face. Come on, man. Niggas got to do better than that.
And that's where I was like,
damn, everybody.
Yeah, Richie. And that's where I was like, dog, this nigga is really tripping. They got Steph Marbury out there.
Bernard King.
But yeah, no, like I think that nigga was tripping. He did deserve that. I hope like whatever judge
been still out there.
You know what I'm saying? I hope that could be admitted in the evidence too, not just the fight, the scuffle part.
No, they need I ain't gonna lie to you. They need to,
because most celebrities don't mind being recorded, but it's just like, dog, hey, give me a little warning, tap me on my shoulder, let me know.
Why he ain't got no security?
Because it's probably like his usual spot where there's certain spots where you know,
higher end restaurant too. Looks like that's a place where you eat when you on your knees and shit. Like,
yeah, like there's certain spots you shouldn't need you're not going to some nigga shit, and he wasn't probably at no nigga shit. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got this nigga popping up to you, bright ass phone light, full blast, like damn near about to blind him.
Stupid ass night. Y'all niggas been trying to shoot a 3 all fucking night, bro. Like
I'm talking about that light was so bright. You know when you see like the little red. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's little shit like that, man. That was fucked up. I think it deserved his ass his ass whooped.
He whooped him. He beat him up after that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why he ended up. I mean, I don't know if he. But I
don't think he beat him down that bad, but I definitely think he snuffed him and probably snuffed him again and got him off him because they're like, no, DeMar, no. You know what I'm saying? But
good for DeMar, dog. I hope he got a good couple licks in. Pause.
Yeah, nah, that's a fact though, for real, because that's some punk ass shit, honestly. Like I said, and mind you,
niggas in California weirdos, dog.
Mind you, I'm a cameraman. Unless I'm being paid to film that or whatever, I'm not just putting a camera in. Hey, cool with me, film me, dog. It's quick curtain. Not all right, cool, no problem. Hey, I'm putting that shit right now. Say, man, da 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 da. You feel me? Like it's okay to ask if that's what you like. Hey, man. After you most of them do it like, hey, after I'm done with my food, I'll snap a picture with you or whatever. They just want to finish out their food and.
I mean, but why can't you just see a nigga sometimes and be like, oh shit, I seen DeMar DeRozan at the sushi restaurant the other day. Why is everything gotta be, yo, take a picture with me? Like,
no, you don't even gotta. That's why I said sometimes it's that simple. You know what I mean?
But niggas just be doing the most though.
Themost.com. Mixtrap.com. Nah, these niggas is weirdos, dog. That's like just the lamest shit I be. That was like one of the lamest videos I did see this week. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was horrible. Niggas like that definitely deserve their ass whooped. And shit, you know, it looked like he's affiliated somehow and he's in Sacramento. So that nigga's ass will be probably whooped a couple more times. Pause.
A mushroom. Just a straight mushroom.
Speaking of,
when Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed him.
Yeah. Try to.
What they say? What the women? What,
you already
yeah,
said
what I'm saying, want to date younger women. When Unc said he want to date younger men, they killed him. What they say? What the women? What? Yeah, what I'm saying, want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date.
Saying this before you.
he said niggas laughing.
What they say, Ocho? Oh, I'm a creep. Oh, I'm what they call it? What they call it when a man like I'm grooming. That's the term they use with me. Grooming. We got it one more time. Let's run it back.
Now they're trying to say gay. Like, yeah, niggas will do anything, man.
Nah, nigga, you gotta realize when niggas is talking for like 3-4 hours, you know what I'm saying? This nigga probably talks for like on certain days like 6 hours in a day.
Maybe more.
Because I'm talking about on first take and then later on that night you got to do nightcap. Oh, and in between there he might be doing one of his Club Shay Shay fucking interviews. Damn, if it's one of them days, it's back to back to back to back.
To back.
Yeah, and basically, if he's doing that shit on a Wednesday, is he on Wednesdays?
I don't know
Because he records on Wednesdays.
I wonder if Stephon Marbury gets that tattoo in his head.
He rich.
Yeah,
that's not stopping him from doing nothing.
Oh, you know. Oh, speaking of which, congratulations on Stephon Marbury. This nigga just married some like Chinese like pop singer. Like he's like top 10 or top 5 in the country. So yeah,
that's what's up.
Now you getting that Ling Ling money.
Yeah.
Ling Ling is actually. I'm talking about a company though.
Nah, he's really good. I'm not. Leaning, yeah.
Okay.
Lee-Ning.
That's the one that
Wait.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy Butler's on there too.
This nigga said Ling Ling, dog.
G-Dep. You the type of nigga get stuff for bling bling. Oh man. Nah, shout out to him though. Like he definitely came up. Like now he's a basketball legend out there, international ball in the CBA, and then got himself a legendary pop singer active. Hey man, that nigga's living life. That nigga's living life. Going now sitting in front row at the Garden. You know he still got some bread up there. Matter of fact, he probably does so many different like commercials and shit out there too.
He was the number one player at one point.
Oh, you talking about just in the NBA?
No, over there in China.
Oh yeah, in China. That's what I'm saying. Like he made it a market.
Yeah, he brought so many niggas over there.
Yeah, he made that shit
a
whole
statue over there.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah. Like that nigga's literally a legend out there. Like
he's a legend.
Like he goes out, there's gonna be a massive crowd pulling up, like stuff on my man, like that. Like he gonna need security.
Oh, what about Jeremy Lin? They don't care about him no more.
I give a fuck about him, but he didn't really play out there and do what Steph did. Steph came out there,
brought him championship.
Yeah, I think it was shortly after the Celtics he left.
Yeah,
he
right
after
and he won like 4 or 5 chips, man.
Yeah,
more, yeah.
Yeah.
Had his own Jordan run out there.
He's turned that shit up.
I think he left right after 32 or 33 years old. So he had a lot. So he had a long time just to cook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
And I think shit, even though like you get $4 million, I think you get like 4.5 mil as your max contract out there or whatever.
I mean, that you add up.
No, that's still gonna add up. Plus, like they're paying.
That's probably now. I don't know, man.
He might have got like three.
I think he was making bread out there.
No, I'm saying, but even then,
the shoes are selling.
even then, they probably paid for his place, paid for all that other shit,
He was
paid for
making- he was
security.
making crazy bread out there, bro.
Yeah, like
Trust me, he was the number one guy. I'm talking about. He probably had so many commercials, so many deals, so many. Man,
the only
crazy
person,
bread,
the only
tax-free.
The only people that could have came out there and made more noise than Steph would have been at that time would have probably been Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady
Kobe.
and Kobe. That's it. But Steph was like there, so
Kobe's huge in China.
Pause.
I'll get that one to you. Iggs, come here. Come here.
He's like Kobe's huge in China.
Man, think about it. Like what?
It was like, look, the roll out on the field stands. First down. Oh shit.
Go to your place.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't do it on purpose.
What's next on the
That's about it, man.
that was all the
About it.
topics?
Yeah.
So, hold
It
on.
was other than
Unless you want to talk about Drake and Kendrick again, dog.
you know,
That's
you want to talk about
all
the
there is.
Yeah, unless you want to talk about the Drake and SZA concert. I want to talk about that.
Drake and SZA for
I mean,
real.
I mean,
It is pretty much a Drake and SZA concert.
well, yeah, you know, because all he was doing was making fun of Kendrick on the. I mean, Kendrick's making fun of Kendrick on the
Drake.
Yeah, he's doing a deposition type.
Seen Kendrick just signed a deal with Chanel to be a brand ambassador for Chanel. So you see he's signing all these deals now. Unless you want to talk about that shit, it ain't really nothing to talk about, bro. I'm kind of tired of talking about that shit.
Nah, definitely, because I seen Mustard trying to still drum it up with one
Mustard,
of his producers.
Mustard, obviously he did his show at Coachella and did a whole Drake thing also. So
Drake.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Niggas is still.
Oh, did y'all hear about? You remember that? Pause. You remember the wide receiver Justin Blackman?
what about him?
I think he's locked up.
For
I have no clue, but that nigga look like he's been in there for a good little minute now.
Let me see what he look like.
I remember him, but like he wasn't no great
Oh,
receiver or anything like
Not
that.
in the NFL. Oklahoma State legend though. He definitely was a good receiver coming in. Pause.
Good night, everybody. It's been great.
On that note. What happened? What?
She like younger than me because
Probably gonna go with.